everybody. Welcome to a Do Michigan fans actually want to fire Sherrone Moore already? Edition of the OHIO podcast. Do us a big favor if you don't mind, smash that like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, ring the bell, get notified every time we go live, and of course, let us know what you think about what we think down in the comments section below. Well, I don't know about any of you, but I'm still basking in the glory of Ohio State's victory over the cheating scumbags from Ann Arbor. And I've just now started to dive into what their fans are saying as they try to cope with the reality that Ohio State is, once again, better than they were. And that last year was a facade, it was a one off. And it's quite funny because you really have two sides of every coin in an argument. But over on Michigan diehards, they posed the question. They just threw it out there to their fan base. And when I saw the question, I went, "Ooh, this is interesting." I read the first couple comments. I said, "Nope, nope. This is going to be a video. Let's read and react to the comments together here on the OHIO podcast." Great Sunday video for everybody. So pull up a chair, maybe grab some hot cocoa. It's cold outside, the last day of November, and let's read together what the collective fan base in Ann Arbor are thinking about their current head coach, Sherrone Moore, who, by the way, paints his beard on. Dude paints his beard. No joke. All right, here we go. We're going to share my screen. There we go. So we've got nice little is Coach Moore on the hot seat going into next season. Sherrone Moore's record as a Michigan head coach is 16-8, and 313 reactions, some laughing faces, some likes, 684 comments, 23 shares. Here we go. Let's start in the comment section, and of course that just moved my entire screen over, didn't it? Of course it did. So now I have to adjust everything. Awesome job, Boggs. Awesome job. Way to go. We'll just edit this out. How about that? That's better. There we go. Julius Wilson. No. Just bring some more coaches to the team for development. A better QB coach that understands RPO style QBs, a better strength coach, also someone for the wide receivers. So Julius is basically just saying, let's just gut the entire coaching staff and or half the coaching staff and bring in some more people and it'll fix everything. Not like culture's any problem at all, or the fact that maybe you guys were lied to under this false pretense that you were a good team because of cheating. I don't know. Maybe you should look at that, Julius. The Loveland Magazine Sports Desk, that's a long name. I think next year will be the one that decides it. If he can't develop Bryce and if the team doesn't make the playoff, then I think he would be in pretty hot water. This year was always about was always about getting the offense started and getting reps and preparation for next year. I actually agree with that comment. Fact, Michigan was the youngest team in the Big Ten. They were the youngest team in the Big Ten. They went 9-3 with the youngest team in the Big Ten. It's not bad. It's pretty good. And so I think he's right. I think next year will be the deciding factor. Now, this year's schedule was awful easy. Next year's schedule for Michigan is going to be much, much more difficult. So we're going to find out what they're made of next year. I'm pretty sure of that. And if they actually they could actually even be better and still have a worse record, even though they might be better than they were this year because of how easy the record or the schedule was this year. So keep that in mind. But interesting take. Keno, not hot? Question mark. No, he's not Rich Rodriguez for sure. Are you sure about that? Who is Sherrone Moore? Who is he as a head coach? 16-8. His success as an offensive coordinator, his success as an offensive line coach, a lot of that might have been, shall we say, slanted? Shall we say, call it maybe it was given a better advantage? Maybe. Maybe since all those have been taken away, he's not as good as you think he is. Ed, 9-3 in a rebuild mode with the youngest team in the Big Ten is okay. It's okay. We know we have to beat Ohio, at least for as long as we're a part of the Big Ten. Go Blue, support the coach. His recruiting is great. Oh, so as long as we're a part of the Big Ten. So he's he's already checking out of the conference, man. He's ready to go independent, I guess. I see ya. Ed's taking his ball and going home, apparently. Stevie Ray Browning Jr. If we fire Coach Moore, we will go back to the Hoke Rodriguez years. I'll take what we got now over what that was. Interesting. So fearful that you will be worse than 9-3 if you fire Sherrone Moore. Okay. So lowering the standard already there, Stevie, looks like. I can't even pronounce this name. Feedy? People acting the same as during Harbaugh's tenure. Well, maybe the beginning part. Maybe the beginning part. Adam Farmer. Warm, yeah, because next season he will have legitimate national title expectations. If he can't meet that now, that brings that we can't if he can't meet that now, that things are moving in the right direction. It's a fair assessment. Punctuation, you might want to read before you hit send there, Adam. It's warm, yeah, because next season we'll have legitimate national title expectations. Really? You're really going to put national title expectations on your team next season? Really? All right. I don't see it. Brett Mueller, how are these numbers accurate? He was 8-5 last year and 9-3 this year. Plus, you're forgetting that he got suspended, right? Plus, he had to coach 3 games while Harbaugh was suspended, so he should have 3 more wins on there also. Just saying the real record should be 20-8, which isn't terrible. It's called progress. Let's open that up. Mueller, you're giving him credit for games during the Harbaugh suspension and also giving him credit for the games he was suspended to. Strange math, isn't it? Yeah, everybody arguing about it. Whatever. Ooh, Kim. What you've seen this year is his ceiling. That's interesting. That's interesting. Did we just see the ceiling this year with Sherrone Moore? If that's the ceiling, that's bad news for you guys. Some serious bad news. Let's read one more, and then we'll talk about t-shirt I'm wearing. Chris Hunt. The seat is currently not even a little warm. The team met expectations for the season. However, next season's expectations is to make the playoffs. So Chris Hunt is changing the expectations from year to year. Interesting. I always find that so unique when fan bases are able in their minds to adjust the expectations based off of a number of things. There are certain teams, the expectation is to get to the playoffs each and every single year. Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State. Can we put Oregon in that? Is the expectation for Oregon to make the playoffs every single? I think so. I think so. So there's 4. Ohio State, Georgia, Alabama, Oregon. Who am I missing? Who's the Texas? No, I don't think so. LSU? Definitely not. Notre Dame? Yeah, I think the expectations for Notre Dame to make the playoffs every year. There's 5. 5 schools where that is the expectation. Michigan's not putting themselves, at least this Michigan fan, is not putting themselves in that category with those 5 schools. That's incredibly interesting. All right, guys, let me check out the shirt I'm wearing. I'm going to move my video camera down here. This is the new Podfather shirt. You can see that there's the hoodie version right there. Link down in the comments, or the link right below in the show notes. Head on over to our store where you can buy the Podfather merch. You can buy the Illuminati merch. You can buy TG, the Wolverine Slayer. You can buy the Buckeye Ladies is up and out there now. Shrockstar's got his merch line up there. And of course, the regular good old DOHO podcast merch is out as well. And of course, we'll be adding as we go along. But yes, the new merch is available for you over on at our store link. Link is below, or you can go to our website, theohiopodcast.com, and click on the store link, and that'll take you to our new merch store, Vassals 2.0, Bart's company. We're great and really privileged to work with him. Really happy that he's on the team here at the OHO Podcast. Let's get back into it, shall we? Let's keep going here. How about John? All I want for Christmas is a new coaching staff. Whew. John, not happy with coaching staff. Joe, the question you have to ask is not where have we been, but where are we going? Interesting. So I don't know if he's being positive or negative, if he's just being kind of mysterious and leaving it up to the reader to decide. Where are you going? Well, Zach, the very next guy, says yes, because of culture, not losses. Zach does not like the culture at Michigan. Well, Bub, that culture was created by one Jim Harbaugh. Cheers to that for you guys, right? Sherrone Moore could not sustain said culture because that culture was under the microscope. That culture was under the magnifying glass. That culture got your little idol Connor Stallions fired. That culture led to an NCAA investigation and should have led to incredible punishment, but didn't because of a buyout, let's be honest. And so, because of all of those things, Sherrone Moore cannot continue said culture. So, he has to try to build a new one because the former head coach and regime, that culture was built on something that you're no longer allowed to do. Facts. Nate Gibson. No, everyone seems to forget we had multiple freshmen starting. Injuries killed us this year. He's going to have to make offseason changes to get us to the playoffs next year. If he doesn't make those changes, then it could be his last season next year. We've been spoiled since 2021. He knows what needs to be done. Trust the process. Oh, what changes? I mean, you go on to say he needs to make changes, but you don't say what changes he needs to make. Are you talking about coaching staff? That seems to be the overarching theme here from these fans is you all want him to make coaching staff changes. But who put those people in place to begin with? He did. He did. So he's not just going to admit his failures like this, because to do so would admit that he made bad decisions. So I don't think that it's just as simple as, hey, fire half the guys you hired and hire new ones. How do you know they won't be the same or maybe even worse in some cases? You don't know that. How many games did he win without Connor Stallions? Great question, Gregory. Nick Duncan, talk about someone born on third base coming from a Michigan fan. Ooh, this is coming from a Michigan fan. He's calling out Sherrone Moore for being born on third base. So taking Jim Harbaugh's trash talk to Ryan Day and flipping it on its head and putting it and throwing a mirror up in front of it and saying, look at our own guy. He was born on third base. Interesting comment, Nick Duncan. Kevin, y'all just fishing for a story. He has an 18-year-old freshman QB. He shouldn't be on the hot seat yet. Got to see how they bounce back next season first. Yes, Kevin, but that 18-year-old freshman QB you all were trying to tell us was going to crush us. He was going to kill Ohio State. He was going to lead you all to the promised land. The dude won 9 football games despite how bad he played because you had a really good defense and you can run the ball. Had nothing to do with him. I'll tell you that much right now. Biggest waste of NIL money in a single season I have seen yet. since NIL's been a thing. Josh, looks like Harbaugh's when he took over. So is that good or bad, Josh? What are you trying to say? Jonathan, well, he was born on third base. Indeed, he was. Stephen Wells, as an OSU fan, you think beating us twice would earn him an extended grace period? Well, let's be honest there, Stephen. They know the facts about how he beat us. He beat us once. Let's be truthful there. Justin says, no, this is only year 2 for him. I would say give him a third year. If he doesn't make the CFP and or beat Ohio State, which he already did last year, bro, then it might be time to look for a new head coach, but it's time to stop firing coaches after 1 to 3 year periods. It's not good for the players who establish relationships with their coaches. Doesn't matter if it's college or pros. Use some commas in there and some punctuation, Justin. Let's just move on. I don't really want to even respond to that. Melton. No, he's got the youngest team in the Big Ten, second youngest team in the nation, and he won more games this year than last year. There you go. He sees progress. Joey, warm and heating up is his response to that. 2026 is the Michigan year. They get OU at home, and this QB and O line will be so much better. Will they? Kyle, absolutely not. A 9 or 10 win team with 6 true freshman starters is tremendous. The team overachieved and have a future that only a handful of teams nationally currently have. Tina, no, he ain't Ryan Day. Dan says, yes. Year 3, they better make the playoffs and win a round or more at least and challenge for the Big Ten. They were challenging for the Big Ten this year, Dan. It's different now because of the portal players available. Landrum says, I'd rather have Sherrone more than Matt Rule. I bet you would. Fred, that's funny. That's what they said about Jim Harbaugh until he won the Natty. Go be a Spartan fan. They can use some more haters. Better yet, Ohio winning. What? I don't know. I don't know what Fred's trying to say there. TJ says, let Biff run the offense, please. A couple more. Let's get rid of Coach Moore and gamble a maybe another Brady Hoke. Remember, Harbaugh had a challenge at first. Some fans wanted him gone too. Moore was there as O-line coach in 23. Here's the thing about that, Al. Here's the thing about that. Jim Harbaugh had a track record. Jim Harbaugh coached in the NFL, coached in a Super Bowl, led Stanford to an amazing season at one time, had success in college before he even went to the NFL, and then came back to coach your blessed Wolverines. Sherrone Moore's got none of that. Sherrone Moore has 0 track record outside of success as an O-line coach and OC under Jim Harbaugh. And let's be honest, help from Connor Steins. So there is no track record there comparable to Jim Harbaugh. It's just not there. Last comment. I'd say it's warm, yes, but I think he should have at least one more season. I wouldn't mind if we got rid of him this year for Sweeney from Clemson. Ooh, please do that. Yes, that would be fantastic. Like Sweeney's going to leave Clemson, South Carolina, and go to Ann Arbor, Michigan. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. Well, guys, again, this is a lot of fun. The off season with these people is going to be great. I wonder how long it'll take before they flip the switch and they're already like, "Hey, we're going to win next year. We're going to be the national champions. We're going to make it back to the college football playoff. We're going to beat Ohio State in the horseshoe." Like all of the talking points that they have every single offseason when they don't achieve anything. I wonder how long it'll take before they get there. Some have probably already started this, I'm guessing. But interesting, less than 24 hours after Ohio State goes into the big house and beats you down pretty good, doesn't even let you score a touchdown, that the talk about, well, I wonder how long we should keep Sherrone Moore around seems to be on everybody's mind up there. And what's really interesting about it is a lot of these fans, basically are looking at next year and saying, you better do it next year or we're going to move on from you. Well, get ready for a lot of disappointment, Michigan fans, in 2026. I just don't think he's the guy for you. I really don't. Let me know what you think about what I think down in the comments section below. Have a great day. Don't forget, check us out tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern, the round table. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be talking more about this big win over the team up north and then turning the page and looking forward to the Big Ten Championship game coming up this weekend or this upcoming weekend, Saturday, from Indianapolis, everybody. See you tonight.